Howdy, y'all. Well, if you're still watching, I guess you're still kicking, and still kicking is good. Let's get on with today's episode. Now, let me tell you something. Thirst is going to take you out quicker than a two-headed rattlesnake. But if you drink the wrong water, that's going to take you out even faster, and it's going to make your hair fall out in the meantime. And I like my hair. Well, what's left of it anyhow. You see, folks, out here in the wasteland, water comes in two flavors. Keeps you alive and puts you in the ground. The first rule is if it's glowing, bubbling, or if it smells like Aunt Myrtle's nail polish, don't drink it. Now, the safest water that you can find is rainwater. Of course, you got to wait till the fallout stops for that, but once the fallout's all done, then you're good to go. Just make sure that you're catching it in something clean. And by clean, I mean not the same bucket that you make your squirrel stew in. But back in 87, or was it 88? I forget. I drank from a pond because I was sure it was fine, but geez, I ended up seeing colors I didn't even know existed. I learned two things that day. Never trust still water, and trees ain't supposed to sing. If you got to take water from a creek or a pond, you got to boil it first. That means you got to heat it up a whole lot for y'all city folk. Boiling kills all the bad stuff. Now, I can hear some of y'all asking, but Pappy, how am I supposed to boil water if I ain't got no electricity or no stove to boil it on? Well, have you ever heard tell of this thing called fire? Yeah, fire. Build you a little fire, stick that pot on top until the water starts bubbling. And that's called boiling. Make sure you let it cool down before you drink it. If you drink boiling water, you're going to be in a whole heap of trouble. Now, you can also get you some of them water sterilizing tablets. But you're going to have to get them now because they ain't going to be available in the wasteland, see? Or you can build you a still. Again, you're going to have to build this now because remember, if you wait, it's too late. All you got to do is heat the water on your fire, collect the steam coming off it, and run that through a copper coil. The steam will condense in that coil and drip out the other end. The water that drips out the other end is distilled. See, that's why they call it a still. That's kind of funny, ain't it? And yeah, it's safe to drink, but it takes an awful long time to do. All right, so what if y'all ain't got access to a creek or a pond or lake or river or an ocean? Like if you live in the desert territory or something, right? Well, this is why you need to store up some bottled water before everything goes kaboom. You gotta be prepared, see? Especially if you live somewhere where there ain't no bodies of water around and where there ain't too much rain. You gotta start thinking ahead. All right, you got some bottled water stored up. That's gonna last you for a little bit, but what then? See, this is why right now, while things are still normal like, you gotta search out your nearest body of water. You also got to think about how you're going to get there after things go kaboom. Don't count on driving there, especially if you got one of them there electric cars, because you ain't going to be able to charge that after the grid goes down. And you're also not going to be able to buy no gas for your other car. Think it might be a good idea to consider moving somewhere close to a body of water? Well, I'm going to leave that up to you, but just remember, without clean water, you ain't going to last long. So next time you're dying for a drink, make sure it ain't the last drink you ever take. This is Pappy reminding y'all to stay kicking, 'cause kicking is good.